wearing a T-shirt that says "Never Made."
I believe him. I think he's telling the truth.
All right, guys, we got Tuco Tokkos in the house. He's just coming off a fresh win, second round finish against Junior Tafa. Tuco, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. I'm a little bit bashed up, got some stitches here and there, but we all good, baby. We got the dub.
It looks good, man. Yeah, I was watching the fight. I feel like you really implemented your game plan. Was that the game plan?
Of course, man, of course. We knew he has power. He was coming down from heavyweight. I was a middleweight previously, so we knew there'd be like a bit of a power disparity. I didn't want to get hit by him. He hits hard. That's all he has, so he's a bit of a one-trick pony. I said, oh, let's take him downtown, get a finish. So that was that.
Yeah, I saw in the first round you kept trying, you kept trying. I honestly didn't believe in the a single leg when you first went for it. I thought you were just using it to get to the next position, but you ended up making it work. He ended up getting up multiple times, and then second round you overcame a bit of adversity in the beginning, and then it seems like you just imposed your will with the wrestling until
Yeah,
he got tired. At what point did you feel like he was gassing out?
that was always the game plan, and I knew I had my corner was gonna tell me like Robbie, Brendan, Sean, they told me you just keep wrestling until we say he's cooked. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I done. I was like going for submissions here and there if he gave something, but he wasn't really giving anything. So I just kept going. He got up a couple times. I had to like kind of get out of danger on the feet. He like hurt me with the elbows. Um, I can't remember how I ended up on the ground in the second round. I shot. He hit me with a clean shot, and I just shot a takedown, and he sprawled on me. And then he let me up. That was his mistake. Because I just shot again as soon as I could and got him down, finished him.
You have the cuts looking pretty good, pretty good. Like it looks like it's gonna heal pretty quick. It's one on the bridge of the nose and one on top of the head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw. Did that happen at the end of round one?
I don't know. I think the nose was end around. Actually, yeah, I think they both were.
Well,
Thanks for asking.
congratulations. Honestly, it was a good fight. It was a good war. So Tuco, I want to know a little more about you, bro. I want to have you on the show before your fight. It couldn't happen, but now after
Yeah.
your fight, at the post fight interview, you said, I'm a real Londoner. Get me on the London card," and so right off the bat, I was wondering which football club you support.
Chelsea, man. We won the World Club Cup yesterday. I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a blue. London's
Got it.
blue.
Okay, I'm an Arsenal fan, but
Oh no, this
okay,
energy's over.
cool. Well, you're
This
from London.
energy's
I'm not gonna
over.
argue with you. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
argue with you. You know, it's like you coming to LA telling me about the Clippers.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's cool. It's cool. But so you're from London. But can you tell us a bit about your background?
Yeah, I'm born in London, born and bred in London. I'm a UK citizen, UK passport. I was there from the first 25 years of my life. But my dad's Greek. My mum's from Brazil. Um, yeah, now I live in America. Mixed up. I'm a mutt.
Hell, how do you like America?
Yeah, I love it, man. Best country in the world. Land of opportunity, man.
You're staying?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably stay. There's so much diversity and variety here. Like, you can live in a desert. You can live in the Pacific Northwest in the wet woodlands. You can live down in Florida in a swamp. You can live in the cities in the Northeast. You can live in the snow, in the mountains, bro. Tropical, whatever you want. There's everything here.
Yeah, that's true. You Deerfield Beach, right now.
That's where the gym is. Yeah, I live in South Florida. It's nice to,
Nice. Okay, well, I know you got Brendan Allen in your corner.
yeah.
How's that experience? How does that help you out?
That's my dog, man. We've been all over the world together, almost 30 fights together. Literally in every continent, South America, North America, Europe, Asia. We've cornered each other all over the world. He was at my fight, and now I went straight from my fight. I'm in New Orleans right now for his fight. He
How
fights
long
this
have you known
Saturday.
him?
Brendan, 6 years. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. sometimes it ain't about your blood, innit? And we've spilled plenty blood together, so we're family.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a stacked 6 years, man.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
We've been non-stop, bro. We've been active, man. No
yeah.
layoffs. We've just been going, going, going.
How'd you get into the sport?
Bro, I was like, I started off with jiu-jitsu because I was like, oh, I'm Brazilian. I should do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And just from there, I took a couple MMA fights. I was a big guy, tough guy. My coaches were like, you should fight MMA. And then I just kept going, man. Ended up in the UFC.
And then, is there any other sports you played growing up?
Played football, like soccer, obviously, growing up in England. And my actual best sport is table tennis, ping pong, bro. Ain't no one in MMA can see me in ping pong, I'm telling you now.
You were like pro, or
I could be. Nah, I just played in like the youth club in the juvie. But I was fucking sick. I'm telling you.
you went to juvie as a kid?
Just when they take you out of school, they send you to some type of like place for naughty kids.
You were a bad kid?
Yeah, in the youth club. Yeah, every kid is in London, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part of London you grew up in?
I'm from Camden, the borough of Camden. That's why when I say I'm a real Londoner, I'm not from like the suburbs, man. I'm from real London. I'm from the heart of London.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're seeing a lot of people. We're seeing a lot of good talent come out of England.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
yeah.
but obviously UK in general.
Yeah, we've had a few
Uh,
champs now, man.
yeah, yeah. Who do you think is the next champ coming out of the UK? UK in
Prob-
general.
Probably the younger guys. They're getting on now, like Nathaniel Wood. He was in my gym. Lonnie Kavanagh. He's got a couple UFC wins now.
Yep.
You can see, man, this kid. I remember when he was a young kid, like 14. He's a freak, man. He's like a video game. Like he's so good, and like when once he gets his real man strength, it's going to be impossible to beat him. He's going to be a contender in flyweight. He'll be in the top 10
Yeah,
within 18 months. Yeah, within
I've
18
I've seen
months,
some stuff on him.
he'll be in the top 10. Yeah, that kid will fight for a title in the next 3 years. I bet you.
Excited to see it. Tuco, are you ever on Reddit?
Sometimes, yeah, but I can't talk
Well,
about
I
that,
don't
bro. I'm not a citizen. I'm not trying.
really.
I'm not trying to lose my green card, bro. I don't talk about that shit.
Well,
Why?
well, because honestly, after the last fight, I saw so much hate on you. I'm like, I don't.
Oh
Why are these
yeah,
guys? Why are they hating on this guy?
bro. You know what it is, and it shows you how casual people are. People think they know so much about the sport. I'll tell you this right now: no one's that good. There's only a handful of guys that are really that good. The John Joneses, even John Jones though, he got mollywopped by Dominic Reyes. He got beat by Gustafsson that time. You know what I mean? Like, even the best guys ain't that good. We're all human. But no one's that good, man. I've trained with everyone. You see, even Khabib. Khabib's the GOAT, undefeated. There's times he looked fucking terrible. There's times he was like fucking shooting for his life. His striking looked awful. We're all human. No one is that good. But a lot of these guys, they really are casuals. Like my last two fights before Tafa, I fought two young, undefeated guys, like huge prospects. You know what I mean? I didn't get one punch in my face. Like Umar, I fought on short notice. He took me down. I was comfortable. Like I thought he was really getting tired, and then I fucked up, and he got a choke in. I didn't have the strength after the short notice weight cut to fight the hands anymore. But believe me, if I didn't make that mistake and we went to a second round, I would have been on him, and people would have been talking a different story. Navajo, I went in there a bit like tentative. I thought, oh damn, he's a knockout artist. He's from City Kickboxing. He's good. Everyone told me stay away in the first round. So first round, I just moved around. Second round, I took him down, took his back. Like again, he didn't punch me in my face. He was punching me to the body, leg kicking me. But he ain't shit. If I could get that back and fight it differently, maybe I'll submit him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I fought two undefeated guys. You lose to two undefeated guys, you get a lot of hate. But I never let it affect my confidence, bro. I was like, oh, I'll go out this fight, give it my all again, and I won by finish. So what can they say?
Well, it's a very common theme with MMA fans.
Yeah.
It's because the sport is new still and it's growing. You have a
Yeah,
lot of fans that don't really have that knowledge and they just, judge it like, how they judge any other fight, really.
yeah. And then
So,
I even think like I know Navajo and Junior, they're friends, they're teammates, they train together sometimes. But what does Navajo have the wrestling and grappling to do that to Junior? Maybe he'll just try and strike with him, can't hurt him because he's Junior's got that Samoan chin. Maybe Junior knocks him out. It's like MMA is crazy, bro, and the math is just doesn't add up sometimes. But like you said, there's too many haters.
what you just explained about how no one's perfect and there's been times that even Khabib looked terrible.
Yeah,
Um, it reminds me of this other interview I saw you did with somebody else, how you mentioned Charles was your favorite fighter and
yeah,
how Charles's career really embodies that.
yeah, yeah, man,
Yeah.
for real. Like there's times he used to break, remember, and like he'd get broken. But then he came back to be a champion. Once you're a champion, it's etched in history forever. No one can take it away from you. But damn, Taporia smoked him. Taporia's cold blooded, bro.
What do you think is the secret of Topuria?
I just think his self belief. I think he comes at it. I think he's does stuff no one sees in the shadows. Like spiritually, I think he's has a different belief. I don't know what it is. If it borderlines on the occult, but he's orthodox, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah. He's one of our neighbors.
Yeah,
He's one of our
exactly.
neighbors. Yeah. Do you think anyone's taking it away from him soon or no?
I don't know. Islam's the only hope, right? We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever you
And
think.
sorry to cut you off. And so, given the fact, given these opinions you have about, UFC fighters and how their careers, they're up and down. Actually, it's fact, most MMA fighters have an up and down career.
Yeah.
Um, how do you see the Tokkos story being 20 years from now?
20 years. I don't know, man. I just want to put on fun fights. Um, make myself proud, make my people proud. I don't have any ego, bro. I don't care about being a champion or nothing. I just want to keep it real. And when I finish, or if I know I kept it real, I didn't sell my soul, then I'll be a happy man.
Got it. And so you mentioned you don't care to be a champion, because a lot of times we hear, if I'm not fighting for the belt, what am I fighting for? A lot of
Yeah,
we've heard this. You know, I want to know what you're fighting for. Like, what is it about you that makes you a fighter, and why do you like to fight?
bro, I can't help it. And this is gonna sound cringe, maybe, but I asked someone this when I was young. I was like, there was an older guy in my gym who'd had 40 fights. I said, "Why do we do this, man? Put ourselves through the hardest sport, the fight camps, the damage, the sparring, the injuries, the pain, the heartache, the weight cuts, the fight. Like, why do we do this?" And he said, "Why not?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Like, I can't help it, bro. I can't go work a 9 to 5. Like, it's not that I need to be violent, but it's just in my DNA, man. Wherever my people was from, every generation was battling. My granddads were all in the wars and shit. Their granddads was in wars before that. I'm sure my ancestors was in wars where I come from in the world. Someone was on the battlefield swinging a fucking sword around. So that's just what I'm doing, man. I came into this world kicking and screaming, covered in someone else's blood. That's how I'm gonna go out.
I love that. I love that. Tuco, you have anybody you want to call out? Anyone you want next? What do you want next?
Dude, my shoulder's a little fucked from the fight, so I'm just gonna get that looked at. But then after that, I just want to get on one of those UK cards, man. Fight in front of the home crowd. Don't care who it is, we'll see.
Have you ever had trouble with weight cuts or no?
Nah. When I made 85, I did. I was at 85er before, so that was hard. But nah, with these weight cuts, no. Why?
Nothing. I asked Chris Lieben about weight cuts and if he had any ideas about how to make it easier on the fighters, more healthy for the fighters. And he said how in California, they've made this rule that only 10% of your weight you can cut. It's
Yeah.
something like that. And
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
know
ask
that
about your thoughts
because
on that.
Because when I was at middleweight, I'd get suspended. I fought for Bellator. I would get suspended every middleweight cut because I would gain more than 10%. And I would have to go
Wow.
get a doctor's note because I used to cut so much. But I guess that's smart. But if you care about yourself, you do that anyway. The commission shouldn't have to make you do that. Most people don't know how to cut weight, bro. They're stupid. I even see the most high level guys in the workout rooms at UFC fight weeks, and they don't know what they're doing. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Well, we didn't have that information, by the way, that information you said about Bellator. I was just curious
yeah,
because, you know, it's something that I've been asking people, you know?
yeah.
It's a common subject. Tuco, we really appreciate you, bro.
Thank you,
Again,
man.
it was a sick ass fight. I'm excited to see what you got coming next. You know, I'll be tuned in. Is there
Thank
something
you.
you want to leave us with?
Um, like for what? People listening?
Yeah.
Just never count yourself out, man. I was about to walk out in the arena of 20,000 people on Saturday, and I looked behind me. I just had my three cornermen that I trust, and I was like, "That's all you need, man. As long as you got a couple good men behind you, it don't matter if there's 20,000 people on the other side of the curtain. You can go be yourself, man. If they got your back, you got enough people that you need."
That's a good message. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate it too. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it,
my
Tuco.
man.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you.
He's wearing a T-shirt that says "Never made."
I believe him. I think he's telling the truth.